get it underway. Got a bit to cover off.
Yeah, awesome, bro. Yeah, well, firstly, kia ora whānau, kia ora to everybody who's jumped in tonight's AMA, taking the time to jump in here. Your time is super appreciated. Firstly, I just want to say to everybody who managed to cop a Beaver, congratulations, welcome to the family. It's so awesome to see the collection on OpenSea, to see everybody changing their profile pictures and seeing the project begin to flourish. So congratulations. Like I say, it's awesome to have you a part of the team. For those who are yet to cop a Beaver, who are checking out our Discord, welcome in as well. Welcome to the community. I hope you enjoy your time here with us, and I hope your time here with us shows exactly what Eager Beaver is about, and that is community. So that's my little intro. I'll hand it over to Kid to say a couple of things, and then we'll jump into our agenda.
Yeah, just want to say just a big thank you to everybody who has minted a Beaver or two or six in a few cases that I have seen out there. We do appreciate you, and it's awesome to see everybody changing their pictures to Beavers. And yesterday's reveal at 8 o'clock last night was really cool. Everybody throwing up their Beavers, and the general chit chat it got me really excited. So I'm really looking forward to going through the agenda today. Yesterday was about celebrating and having fun with one another, but today it's all about getting into the mahi, starting off all that work and getting this roadmap implemented. So, yep. Tonight's going to be an awesome one. Everyone, take some notes and, sit back, relax and enjoy. I'll be monitoring the general chit chat channel for questions that come through there as well. But we'll get to those towards the end of the AMA. So, yep, that's it. Back to you, bro.
Shot, bro. Thank you. Cool, fam. So we'll jump into this agenda. If anyone wants to follow along, if you jump into the announcements, you'll see that I made an announcement, and the agenda is there for you to follow along to. So we'll just work our way down the list. So the first thing in there is public mint duration, currently ongoing. So in terms of minting, it will carry on for at least 8 more weeks. So I've seen a bit of chat within the community around measuring success on selling projects out. Whereas that's not really what we're trying to do here. I mean, it would be nice to sell out, and I could say as a project director that's success for me, but because the money would come in and what have you. But in terms of the project, where we measure success is really in the longevity of what it is that we're trying to achieve and delivering the roadmap. So I've been in a couple of projects, just observing and seeing what's happening in there. And the couple of projects that I've been in haven't even got to scratching off the first thing in the roadmap, but they've sold out. So I guess it's success in one way, but the project won't be here next week, so I'm not too sure if you'd define that as success. Where we're at with minting is we have the option to, I guess, utilize our networks and utilize our social media to push Eager Beaver. To market Eager Beaver. But what I noticed in my time on other projects is that when you push people into a project and they don't actually believe in what it is that they're becoming a part of, that's what creates the instability. And, if we utilize myself, Kings, and Stan's social media too much, people will come in not understanding what they're, I guess, investing into, and then they'll paper hands out, create instability, and then everyone falls out. So what we're really trying to achieve is building a very, very strong foundation. And that is something that I'm super proud of, and I think that we've achieved within our project. And it's evident because the amount of sales that are up on OpenSea after mint is minimal. And so that's something that I'm really, really proud of. So with regards to public mint, what we want to do is not go the hype route. We want to implement the roadmap starting today, and we believe that we'll get organic reach to people by walking out the roadmap, by doing things like community give back, giving out instruments to children, all of those kinds of things. So I'm reluctant to push go on hyping. I think the speed that things come up is the speed that they go down. And we've never been a hype project. We've always said that we're in it for the long haul. And I hope that anyone who's invested into Eager Beaver was comfortable and knew that this would never be a flip project. And, for people who flip, that's awesome too. That's epic too. And there's definitely a place for flipping. But I think it was evident from the start that this wasn't even the environment to flip. We had just over 3,000 people in the Discord, a supply of 2,500. So if you were wanting to flip, you'd really be looking for an exponential amount of people in the Discord compared to the supply, so that you buy and then you flip to the 40,000 people who didn't get it. We've never hyped the Discord or forced people to invite people into the Discord because we didn't want to create that kind of environment. So that's a very long answer, but basically Public Mint will stay open for at least another 8 weeks, because I truly believe that by walking out the roadmap, we'll be able to grow organically. And I suppose that plays into point 2, which is the strategy to grow the community organically. And that's the strategy that we as a team want to implement. We appreciate that there needs to be a level of marketing and a level of awareness out there in the world, out here in New Zealand, especially where we're based. But I just really think that we can achieve that without having to go the route of, me calling 2 people that I know in the All Blacks, Stan getting a few people in, and, we flick them $5,000 and we tell them, push this, push this, push this. I really do think that will create instability. So for now, the strategy around getting people into this community and into this project is a very organic approach. Next thing, Discord channels and website revamp. So this coming weekend, our team is going to be doing a big Discord channel revamp. We will be implementing hodlers channels and all of those kinds of things for people who have acquired beavers. So we've picked to do that this weekend. The Discord will still be live. People will be able to use it. But come Monday morning next week, when you jump into Discord, for the people who are beaver hodlers, you'll see a whole lot more stuff that's available for hodlers. So that's coming out next Monday. Next thing, EB launch party is activated. So like I said, we're going to be chronologically working through our roadmap. That's the most important thing to us, is delivering the roadmap. So our launch party was the next thing in our roadmap. So that's been activated. So what we're going to do is also next Monday with the revamp, there'll be a channel in there where we will be taking votes where we would like our party to be. And what we've decided as a team is that we'll be putting up main centres throughout Aotearoa to hold our party. The reason we want to use main centres is basically they have the infrastructure and the venues to be able to cater for what it is that we're trying to achieve, which is an epic party. So that will also be available next Monday when you jump into the Discord, and that vote will stay open for 2 weeks. So it'll commence on the 28th of March, and the vote will be tallied on April the 11th, where our party is. NFT airdrop and utility announcement. So this is really, really exciting. And what this is for the EB launch party, we have created another NFT, which is a lanyard, a 3D lanyard that will be airdropped to everybody who hodls a beaver. You'll get as many lanyards as beavers that you own. So that'll be airdropped to you. It will also have a unique QR code on that lanyard that will also be linked to the token ID of your beaver. So it'll be a collectible. When you come to the launch party, you'll open your MetaMask wallet. That NFT will be scanned on that QR code. And then we also have a team that will be set up where you'll be able to pick up the physical version of your NFT. So you'll get a neck lanyard. At that station will also be a few machines where they'll print your Discord handle on the back of your physical lanyard. So you'll have the NFT in your wallet, you'll have the physical lanyard, and it'll have your handle on the back. And that's something that you guys will be able to hold on to and say that you were at the very first Eager Beaver launch party. The cool thing about this too is that it's going to be the first NFT ticketing event in New Zealand. And this is being run alongside Ticket Space, who we've partnered with for our launch party. So that's something that's really, really exciting as well. One thing that we're also going to be doing with those NFTs is next week when you jump into the Discord, there's also going to be another channel, and this is something that we want the community to think about, and it's whether or not our community want to be able to sell their lanyards to attend the gig, which will be our launch party. So hear me out, fam. So the reason that we want to take a vote on this and see if it's something that the community wants is because if you can't make it, or for our beavers who are overseas in Australia or what have you, they won't be able to take advantage of being at the launch party. So in this way, they'll be able to relist on OpenSea, sell that lanyard that someone can drop in, or can purchase and have in their MetaMask wallet, and they'll be able to come along to the gig. And the beaver who couldn't make it might be able to nab themselves $50, $80, because there's going to be no public sales. There's no way to get into the show. So it's just an opportunity for our beavers who can't make it to get a bit of value as well. But we'll leave that up to the community, because I understand that, for our community, some people might just want it exclusive to just beavers. So like everything we do in here, it's going to be up to the community how that plays out. Next thing, school instrument initiative is activated. So, yep, that was the next thing on our roadmap is community give back. So the artists on board this project, myself, Sons, Kings and Stan, will be delivering $10,000 worth of instruments to 2 schools. So that will also be a channel that will be available from next Monday, where people will be able to go in there and submit a kura that you believe is deserving of these instruments. It will also stay open for 2 weeks for people to be able to come in and vote for that particular kura. And then a week after that, voting closes, myself, the team, and the other artists will go to those schools, deliver the instruments, spend some time with those children. And that's something that I'm really, really looking forward to, and something that we can all be proud of. We'll be taking a crew along as well to film the whole thing, just as something to document for our community that we can all look back on and say, hey, we did that. We really helped a community in need in terms of instruments. So that's something that's really, really awesome as well. Next thing on the agenda, floor price and trading volume explained. So I'll hand over to Kid to talk to this point. So to you, brother.
Yeah, thanks, bro. So in regards to the floor price, we've seen a couple of people in the Discord just having a chat, wondering how the floor price and everything like that works. So there's a bit of a misconception out there that the floor price is determined by us as the founders of the project, and that's not true. The floor price is actually determined by yourself as the community. And usually in most projects, like what Rio touched on before in regards to flipping, a lot of projects focus on lifting the floor price by sweeping the floor and picking up some of the scraps that have been chucked on OpenSea for next to nothing, to ensure that they have a stable floor price. Well, given that for us and our project, we're always more so about the hodl and also the utility that comes with being a part of the Eager Beaver community. But just to clear up around the floor price, it is all about you guys as the community and what you want to set the floor prices at if you do want to sell your beaver on the secondary market. We understand that there's going to be people out there that potentially might need to sell their beaver to make some money on the secondary market, and that's perfectly fine. That's cool. But just as long as everyone understands with the floor price, that is to do with you guys, and you said that we have absolutely nothing to do with that at all. Obviously, for us, it would be great as a community if you go, yep, let's just agree on a floor price of 5 ETH or 3 ETH or whatever it is, and then we all stick to that, because then basically that means once the project is minted out, or you are unable to buy any more beavers, that if anybody wants to get in because they see all the awesome things as a community that we're doing, they're going to have to pay that floor price to get in, right? So that's all set up by yourselves. The trading volume, so what you'll see on the OpenSea is that there's 3 sections. You have, four sections. You have the items, the owners, the floor price, which I just talked about, and also the volume traded. So what you'll see on both of the collections at the moment is a 0.00 volume traded. So that means that nobody has actually sold their Beaver on OpenSea as of yet. The with the volume traded, this is actually comes into play for us as the founders or the collection creators to get the project verified, and for us on OpenSea. So what has to happen is for the project to be verified on OpenSea, we need to have at least a minimum of 100 ETH there as volume traded. The way that we've talked about this project from day one has always been about the HODL and the long-term aspirations that we have as a community amongst you guys. So that there's going to take a little bit of time, I believe, just due to the fact that I can see that nobody actually wants to sell their Beavers to get to that 100 volume trading level, and then for us to be able to get that verified badge. But those are the 2 points there on the floor price and the traded volume traded.
Awesome, bro. Thank you for that. I'm just going to jump back in here. Something that I missed when talking about the public mint duration. A lot of people have been asking me within the general chit chat, in my time in the Discord, what will happen if there are remaining Beavers, say at the end of the 8-week period. And one of the options that we have as a community, and this will always be run by the community, is to do a burn. And basically what that is to get rid of any Beavers that have not sold. And what that will do, it's actually a good thing for people who hodl, because the supply is lowered, therefore meaning the benefits are split between less people. So that's what a burn is, and that's an option that we'll explore should it come to that. If there are rares, legendaries within the Beavers that are yet to be minted, then those will be raffled for free among current holders. So say, for instance, we get to 2,000 Beavers or 2,200 Beavers, and then there's 300 left. We would burn those. If the scenario was to go ahead, we'd burn those and say Rampage was in that 300. He would be raffled among current hodlers for free, and he'd keep his utility. So whoever manages to nab that raffle would get the 1 ETH and everything else that he comes with. So that's just a little point there on how that would work. Like I say, public minting will stay open for a while, and we're going to keep it organic. There's no need to stress. And the one thing that I want to stress to our community too is that our roadmap hasn't been written to require a sellout to be able to do our roadmap. Like I say, we're starting now, and we're resourced to start now. So like Kid touched on, we really just want to set a really, really strong foundation in terms of what it is that we're doing. And it's beautiful to see, like when I jump in the general chit chat, every now and then people will come in from other projects and they're like, oh, is it sold out yet? And such and such. And the community, from what I see, very much understand that that's not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to be here in 20 years, be here in 30 years. So we're not a short-term project, we're a long-term project. And that's something that I'm super, super proud of. I hope that has answered a lot of questions that we thought have been on people's minds just by observing what's been happening within the Discord since minting over the weekend. But now I'd be keen to get people to jump up, ask any questions. As always, this is a super transparent space. And we'll try and answer those as best as possible. If you're too shy to raise your hand, then by all means, jump in the general chit chat, and Kid is monitoring that, so he'll pick those questions up for me. So, if anyone's got a question, feel free to raise your hand.
Hey, bro. Got actually a question here from is it Alarmaya? Sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly, but just saying, hey fam, will it still be possible to receive a physical lanyard if not able to attend the party? Are you able to talk to that, please, bro?
Yeah, the physical lanyards, it is a possibility. It probably creates a wee bit of a process if you're not there, whereby you'd have to touch base with us, and we'd have to get your postal address and all that kind of stuff, and send it to you. I guess that what we were trying to achieve there is having an NFT where you've got the physical that matches. It'll match identically to your airdropped NFT. So your barcode will be your barcode on your physical and the one in your MetaMask wallet. So I'm going to say that, it would probably just be quite a mission, especially if 200 people can't make it and they want those lanyards. Because of the nature of the space, remaining anonymous too is another thing that makes the space difficult. We have been telling everyone here, to turn your DMs off and all that kind of thing. So even in terms of communicating, to get people's addresses and all that kind of thing is quite a mish. So do you have anything to add on top of that, kid? That would be my answer.
Yeah, bro. I think just the logistics of having to grab all that personal information from yourselves to get that sent out is not really the space that we're like the space that Web3 or blockchain is. So I tend to agree with you there, and I don't think that's something that we'll probably be able to do. In a timely manner. Just the logistics of that will take a very, very long time. Vegas Mama, I've got you here with your hand up, so I'll bring you in to speak. You just have to accept your request. Hey, bro. Just need to unmute and fire your question out. Yeah. So, Jury, I just seen your question. Do we have a city in mind this party will be at? No, we don't have a city in mind yet. That'll actually be up to you guys as the community. So, what we'll do is on Monday, we'll put a few locations that can be voted on. And the reason why we'll suggest locations is because we need to take into consideration the logistics of putting together a party where people are able to, stay. We'll have to find somewhere like with accommodation and all that sort of stuff, be able to host maybe a few hundred people here, depending on how many between now and when the party comes, beavers that will be attending. So we'll want to put it in places that are also location central as well. So that'll actually all be up to you guys as the community to vote on those cities, the city that will be hosting the party in, and we'll have those all available on Monday for you. Anything to add there, Rio? But that's basically about it, eh?
Yeah, probably the main thing to add there too, with keeping it to sort of the main centres, is not only logistics but venue. Venue is a big thing in terms of being able to host what it is that we have in mind, and the scale of artistry that we have in mind as well, for the party. So the city, where the launch party is, has to be able to cater to that. So that's all I'd add to that. I see a question in here from Mr. N. Can we see somewhere which high utility beavers are left somewhere? Sorry, Mr. N, I'm just trying to understand your question. Is that I think what you're asking is, can you see which ones are left within the collection that haven't been minted? So the thing is that we don't even know who's minting what when they mint it, because it's randomly generated. So my best suggestion for you would be to jump into the manifest channel in here, where we've listed all of the rares, all of the legendaries, and then seeing if those are available on OpenSea under our official Eager Beaver OpenSea. And that's just a point too that I've seen that there's a few fakies out there, Eager Beaver _NFT, Eager Beaver NFT, Eager Beavs. Make sure that you go to OpenSea through our official links. Just be careful, fam. In the OpenSea space.
Hello.
Kia ora, Cody Duha.
Have you bought two off the same wallet? Because she's in the
Feel free to
Discord
unmute
as well,
and
but we just
ask
used
away.
mine. Can you hear me?
Yeah, bro. Yep, we can hear you.
So yeah, if I bought two in the same wallet, because she's in the Discord as well, would she get invited as well?
So you will receive 2 lanyards per, like 1 lanyard per beaver. So in this case, bro, you'll receive 2, and that way you'll be able to utilize your second one for your wife.
Oh yeah,
The
safe.
example that you're giving, bro. Yeah,
Sweet as.
too easy. Yeah, so I've just seen a question in here from, is it Ruwax or Ruwax? Just to clarify, 8 weeks is the time frame for public mint? Yep, that's correct. So between now and the next 8 weeks, over the next 8 weeks, the public mint will be open. And then at the end of the 8-week time frame, we will then, if the beavers have not been all minted out at that point, we will then take a vote to either extend or to burn the remaining beavers that are still yet to be minted. Yep, so 8 weeks is the time frame between now and when we will take that next vote, or whether the project will be minted out. Good question. Yeah, CK Queen, I see your question here. If we can't make the launch party, and there's a possibility, if voted on by the community, that we can sell our lanyard. If we choose to sell our lanyard, does that mean we won't be able to attend any future events? No, not at all. So the lanyard and the airdropped ticket is purely just going to be for the launch party. So it's only going to gain you access into this particular party that we're having, the launch party for Eager Beaver. So yeah, that's correct. If the community decides that we can sell, and you do sell yours, that's not going to lose you any future invites for future parties or events that we hold.
DDK and KEB asked if we have 2 beavers in our wallet, can we bring a +1? Absolutely. You'll receive as many lanyards as beavers that you hold. Kia ora, TMB.
In regards to the lanyard, if the community decides to keep it exclusive, is there any benefit we can get for the ones that can't attend for being overseas or anything like
that? I think that's what we were hoping to achieve by doing it this way. One thing that I will say that we're looking into as well is, and I know it's not like being there, but it's probably the closest thing that we can get to it, which would be a live stream of the party. Obviously, like I say, not ideal, but my hope is that the community can see that we're trying to be innovative and trying to have a way to offset people's physical distance from the party by having the ability to sell and try and get some value that way, bro.
that? Thanks for that, brother. Cheers.
Too easy, bro. On that note, with regards to there's a few people asking about Australia. I'm actually myself and sons and Stan are playing in Australia on the 7th of May in the Gold Coast for Good Love, which is the Aussie version of One Love. So I am looking at trying to suss something there for the Beavers, where people would be able to come along, I guess, and have some sort of launch party, whether it's in conjunction with the Good Love after party. I know it's not going to be exclusive and the same as being at the one in Aotearoa, but like I say, we'll always try and endeavour to give value to everybody within this community. So that's just a note there that's something that I'll be working on as well. If there's any other questions out there, fam, feel free to raise your hand.
Yeah, so I just seen here in regards to the party dates or the launch party dates when that will be. So that will, the way that it's going to look is the vote's going to be open on Monday with all the cities where we can have that in, and then that vote will be there for a couple of weeks so that everybody can jump in and vote on the city. And then from there, what we'll have to do is then organise the party from that point on to ensure that it's going to be an awesome experience. So that could, from that point on, we might be looking at mid-May, potentially after the One Love festival that Rio was just mentioned, maybe the week or the week after. So those tentative dates, I believe, was it the 14th and 21st of May, Rio? Was that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. 14th and 21st of May. And the reason why we want to have it, not not next week or the week after, is because of COVID restrictions, capacities. Our people over in Aussie who might want to travel back, we want to make sure, we want to give ample time for that to be a smooth sort of transition if people want to come over and enjoy the launch party. So 14th of May and 21st of May, those are both Saturdays. And those are the tentative dates for the launch party. Depending on how this vote goes and where people want to do it at the end of the 2-week vote.
Any more questions in there, you can also pop your hand up and we'll let you on the stage and you can shoot your question out as well.
Yeah, I just seen an awesome question here from Blockchain Multi. If people can't make it, can the leftover lanyards be sold as tangible collectibles? Maybe, I don't know, LOL. Yeah, that's a great question, bro. Well, the short answer is yes, bro. I guess the thing is, bro, is trying to figure out what sort of value that would have for people, and I guess trying to make sure that the point of the lanyard is that you're a part of the event. But the short answer to the question is yes, they can be sold. I guess it's just figuring that out. Does it devalue our genuine beavers who did attend the event? And that's something that we'd have to think through before offering them up to the public, to people who weren't actually there. But great question, bro.
Well, I just seen another question here from Zion 777. Kia ora whanau. So to collect our lanyards, do we just show our beavers in our MetaMask at the time of entry? So what will happen there, Zion 777, is that the ticket that we're going to airdrop you, that will be your entry into the party. So you'll just have to show that ticket upon entry, and then we'll scan that, and that will let you into the party, and then you just go ahead and show your that particular ticket there to the team that we have set up, who will print off your specific ticket, and then also your Discord name and everything like that on the back of it as well, and pop that into the lanyard. So then you've got the collectible, which is your NFT collectible, and then you have the physical collectible as well. So that's how that'll look.
Yeah, and just a note on that. So we've come up with a system with ticket space. Obviously, this is a new space, and the awesome thing for what we're trying to achieve in terms of our roadmap is it gives us the ability to try out this system in terms of ticketing in the crypto NFT space. It gives us an awesome opportunity to trial the system that we've come up with. So how it will work is all of those NFTs. They are actually attached to the ID token. So, for instance, if I walked in, open the MetaMask, the guys at the door scan it, and then I walk in and I try and airdrop it to someone who's standing outside into their MetaMask to come in and use the same one, the scanner already knows that it's scanned that token ID. So that's how we've made sure that people aren't replicating the same NFT and just airdropping it around the place. So not only is it a first here in New Zealand, but it's a great opportunity for us as a community, I guess, to practice for our festival. If we do choose to do the festival as an all crypto festival, which is something that we really, really want to do, but obviously we want to be really, really successful as well and iron out all the kinks. So this opportunity to do it at our launch party, I think it's a great chance to try the technology. Rick Starr had an awesome question. Is there any thought on a community wallet? Absolutely, there is a thought of having a community wallet. So that's something that we're going to set up as well this week, a community wallet, because there are going to be initiatives and things, I guess, that yield return that can sit in the community wallet for us to all decide as a community where it should go and what we should do with it. So the answer to that, Rick Starr, is yes, bro. Got it, bro.
Got on, bro. How's it going?
Good, thank you, brother. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Nice.
Quick, Jenny. I was just wondering if like the project or the dam is going to have, I guess, a different badge for holding more than one or four or something like that.
To be honest with you, bro, we hadn't thought about that, bro, for people who hodl more than one. But I think that's a great idea. And yes, bro, I'm going to say yes. We'll implement that for next Monday. I think that recognizing people who truly believe in and who, not to say that people who have adopted one aren't as important as those who have adopted multiple, but I think acknowledging that love for the project is something that I'm keen for. So yes, bro, absolutely keen to do that.
Ah, awesome. Sweet as. Cheers for that, eh? And thanks heaps for the last couple of days, and shout out to the dam, and enjoy the rest of your guys' week.
Epic, my bro. Have an awesome week, brother.
Yeah, you too, my bro. Have an awesome week, guys. Thank you, bro.
Blake Lightning has asked, is there a rough date for the first festival, i.e. end of 2022 or mid to end of 2023? So our goal for the festival is to have it before the end of this coming summer, which would be March, April 2023. That's really our goal, and I don't really want to stray from that goal just because we want to be a project that just keeps rolling and keeps rolling. And when there's too much time in between, I think that creates instability as well. When there's heaps of corridor, heaps of talking, but no walking. So we want to keep walking, keep putting one foot in front of the other. So we have a lot of mahi to get through as a project in terms of delivering this roadmap. But I think that's realistic, and in our meetings that we've had with Mo from Ticket Space, he thinks that's achievable as well. I think our biggest hurdle, if you want to call it that, a hurdle, would be if we go down the path of doing it as the first crypto festival. I think it's great in terms of being innovative, being the first to do it, and kind of leaving a legacy. Obviously, doing it with crypto presents a lot of risk in terms of security, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of being able to pay artists and getting artists to agree to come and play the festival based on crypto, because we really want to have one reconciliation process, right, where it's either we do it all in fiat or we do it all in crypto. So that includes if you're going to get a hot dog, that's going to be in crypto. When you buy a ticket, that's going to be in crypto. Everyone, all the vendors are going to be paid in crypto. So it's a big undertaking, but I'm the kind of person, and I know that our team are as well. We're here to aim for the stars. We're here to do something different, and we're here for the long haul. So, that would be my answer to that, Blake Lightning.
Kia ora you and kid.
Good, bro.
I just reading over the roadmap. The phase 4 with the particular attributes to claim streaming royalties. Do you know which attribute that is going to be already, and if that has any of the beavers that have been minted, do they have that attribute? Like, is it a rare one, or just out of curiosity?
That's a great question, bro. We actually got rid of that, bro. Where we have now changed it to just hodlers, bro. So originally we did have it as an attribute. We were going to have certain attributes, for example, for the Sons of Zion royalties that have been given away. We had these Sons of Zion sort of like jewelry, and anyone who minted a beaver that had that jewelry on would get the royalties. But after deeper thought, we felt that was didn't give everyone the same opportunity to be able to receive royalties. So the only prerequisite for that now is just to hodl, bro. You can transfer between wallets. That's fine. We know that people hodl in different wallets. Sorry. But as long as it's a minted beaver and not bought on the secondary market, then those royalties will stay intact.
Yep. There was I must have missed that call, but and the other one was have you got any upcoming plans soon, aside from kind of like the party and the like smaller things that are I guess I don't really know how to put it, but away from like the party aspect of stuff. I don't know how to word it, but yeah. Any other plans?
Yeah, bro. I mean, we're constantly in communication with people who are wanting to collaborate and do different things within Eager Beaver and within the community. I think our what's the word I'm looking for? Our priority is the roadmap, just because that's what we've said that we're going to do. And that's why I guess people believe in this project and have invested in this project. But yes, bro, there are going to be things that aren't on the roadmap. For instance, the Lanyard airdrop was something that we've kept secret to ourselves. We didn't put that on the roadmap. We didn't think it was necessary to put on the roadmap. We just thought that we'd chip away at it, make sure that it's a process that we think is going to work, test it and all that kind of stuff. But like I say, bro, that's not on the roadmap, but that's something extra that we want to do for the community, another collectible, another first for the community that we can say that we did it and we were the first to do it. And I think that's really cool, bro. So yeah, the answer to your question is, bro, there will be constantly things along this journey that will just drop, I guess, as they come along. But the roadmap will be the priority for sure, man.
No, that's been boo. I reckon this is a project that if you hold for like 2 years down the line, it'll be one of those projects looking back, going, "Fuck! If I had got in when it was young and fresh, you'd be grateful by then." So I'm here for the long run, and I appreciate it.
Sure, my bro.
All right, cheers, boys.
Cool. Yeah, that's an awesome. I'm just seeing Rick start talking about gas fees for the Lanyard. So this particular smart contract that we're going to do for the Lanyard is actually going to be minted on Polygon. So really no difference for any of our beavers. It just means that for us to airdrop will only cost 1 cent or 2 cents, not sometimes it could be $40 times however many of these things we're distributing out. So it'll come into your MetaMask wallet on the Polygon blockchain. Do you want to speak more to that, kid?
Yeah, so the Polygon blockchain is built as a layer 2 blockchain built on top of the Ethereum network. So as we would have all experienced, a majority of us that are in here would have experienced with minting our particular beavers over the last few days, that the gas prices range from anywhere from $7 up to $30, and there was some points there where they're at $300 for gas. So by going on to Polygon, which can also be connected to the OpenSea, so you will be able to see that as you can actually see your beavers that are in your wallet now. It just keeps down those gas prices to be able to put those out to everybody. The other thing is too, we can have it written in a way within the smart contract that if we ever wanted to in the future, is we can lift that particular collection or those lanyards off the Polygon network and then put them onto the Ethereum network once Ethereum 2.0 comes out as well. So that gives us that option, and that's the reason why we decided to go with Polygon as opposed to say Solana, because Solana is a layer 1, totally different blockchain where we wouldn't be able to do that at the moment. So yeah, that's the reason why we run with that. And on the back of that, I just seen another question here from Blake Lightning where he just said, you say crypto payment, would you preload to an AWAP bracelet system using crypto to preload it? It's the gas fees that will be hard part for paying at vendors, foods and drinks, just food for thought. Yeah, bro, I'm thinking with that question, you're referring to the festival. So like we've sort of touched on, if we do go down that path, or if that's something that we do explore with the crypto and we make the festival, and it's an all crypto festival, those are all the types of questions that we will definitely explore before making that call in conjunction with the community. We want to obviously ensure that if we do go down that path, that it's going to be feasible for everyone, and trying to bring on those types of people that want to be paid in crypto and all that sort of jazz. So yep, 100% hear you there. But yourself, Ray, you might have something to add on to there.
Yeah, so we've had meetings with Ticket Space around exactly what you're talking about there, Blake Lightning, in terms of preloading AWAP wristbands, and that will be how it works. You'll be able to preload from home using your cryptocurrency or while you're at the festival. Obviously, we want to do it on a network that's extremely fast, so that if you're standing there watching a band and then you want to go grab a beer, you can do that, top it up, walk over there, and it's there, not top it up, walk over, and you're still waiting for your money. So how it actually works is we would pick a network that was fast enough and that had low enough gas to be able to do that. But what it actually is we would actually create our own currency, for lack of a better word. Say they're called Beaver bucks, where you would pay 100 New Zealand dollars that would acquire you maybe 1,000 Beaver bucks. And then the beers and the food and all that kind of stuff would be scaled like the money is scaled to the Beaver bucks, if that makes sense. So that's actually how it works. I might be confusing people and talking too far ahead at the moment, but yeah, just to touch on how that would work as a crypto festival. I saw another question from somebody who was asking, I think it was Phoenix, who was asking if the Lanyard would give access to events and shows after the launch. And the answer to that, bro, is no, it wouldn't. And not because it can't. but that token really represents that you were at that event. So what we would do as we do more events, more get-togethers, more festivals and that kind of thing, it would actually be a brand new NFT that's airdropped for every event, because it's to verify that you owned the token to that one particular event. That's how we'd envisage that happening.
Kind of like collecting different lanyards from different festivals that you go to. Hey, bro, those end up becoming. So, for example, if you had a lanyard from Woodstock or something like that, that would now be a collectible.
That's correct, bro. I've just seen somebody asking about how they can tell if their beaver is rare. So you can check out the properties that give you a pretty fair idea on how rare it is. In terms of the third-party rarity sites, what actually happens there is we have to submit the collection once it sells out, or once we choose to go to a burn, if it goes that way. If we were to submit it now, the rarity of your beaver wouldn't actually be an accurate indication, because if somebody tomorrow mints another beaver that looks exactly like yours, except, I don't know, the eyeballs are different, then all of a sudden what you thought you had, you might not have. So we will submit the collection once we as a community decide, yep, this is us, this is the crew we're rolling with, and we're moving forward from here. Do you want to add anything to that, Kid?
Yeah, I mean, that's right. Everything you just said there, bro, spot on. The reason why a lot of people do the rarity snipe or rarity trackers is purely based on the art alone. And when projects come out and it's really heavily art focused, or the utility is, say, metaverse focused for like a P2E game or something like that down the track, then the only thing that as a community that you can kind of gauge until that point those games come about, or the metaverse comes about, is by using things like how rare your NFT is. I suppose for us here, what we're really focused on is more of a utility heavy project with awesome artwork. But if that's the case, then everybody sort of wants to go down that path. Once we've minted out, or once we have actually decided to burn the rest, and we have the full collection set, then that's definitely something that we can look into. But the reasoning behind it is purely just to really just rate your art. Yeah. Is there any other questions? Anyone wants to jump on stage or pop their hand up, and we'll invite you up. Oh, here we go. It's 275. Just going to send you an invitation now. Kia ora, bro.
Hey, brother.
Just need to unmute and shoot your question.
Hello?
Hey, brother.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I was having issues, wouldn't let me talk. Kia ora, hi, just with the roadmap, it sounds like most of it will be executed after the 8 weeks. Is that the timeline for the roadmap?
Not necessarily, bro. I guess not from. Are you meaning in terms of the entire roadmap, or just?
No, just with guess the launch party and the donations to the schools and the Discord. I feel like would that still be implemented from now until the public mint is done, or will it be after that?
Oh, yes, bro. Sorry, brother. I'm not too sure if you were here at the start. So that vote will go live on Monday, and it will be up for 2 weeks, and the instruments will be delivered the week after that. So those dates for you, bro, the 28th, Monday the 28th. People will be able to submit their schools and also vote on the city that they want the party to be in. Those will both close on Monday the 11th, and then the instruments will be delivered the week of April the 18th. So with that, bro, there's obviously a lot of stuff that goes into it. Like, we're not going to know the school that the community wants the instruments to go to until Monday the 11th of April. Then it's our job as a team to contact the school, make sure that someone's going to be there, ready, I guess, to receive the instruments and to bring us on as a ropu, as a crew, to deliver those instruments. So timing, I guess, is just a logistical thing, bro, not so much a want to do it thing faster. If we could drop them off tomorrow, get the votes in and get that done, then we would. But it's purely a logistic thing, bro.
Oh yeah. And then last question is just, do you guys have like a draft timeline of what you'd like to get the rest of the roadmap all out of the way? Or is it just bit by bit, focus on each phase as they come?
Yeah, I think the thing that's going to take the most time to plan and to execute well is the festival, and that's very much under the guidance of people who do festivals all the time, like the guys from Ticket Space. So a year is. In our meetings, they've let us know that that's enough time to be able to do it. There's so many things to consider in terms of working with councils and road plans, infrastructure, getting resource consent, whether there's going to be, you can bring children, you can't bring children, liquor licenses, all of that kind of stuff needs to be considered. So I would say that is the most far out part of the roadmap, or the thing that's going to require the most time. With regards to artists' royalties, that date is set for the album to be delivered on the 1st of November, so that's set in stone. The launch party and the dropping off the instruments is going to be fulfilled within the month, and then everything else will fall in between throughout the year. I think the most exciting part is that there will be new animals coming into the dam throughout this year, which will be another exciting move for the project. So a year, bro, I would say, to complete this first part of the roadmap. And like I say, for a couple of projects that I've been in, we think that's an amount of time where it can be executed well. I mean, we can do things faster, but we'll probably fumble through it, we want to do it. We want to do it well, and we want to do it great, and we want to be remembered as a project that did things to a high standard. So this first part of the roadmap, bro, we're giving ourselves 12 months to deliver it. Yeah, does that answer your question, brother?
Oh yeah, 12 months even is like a challenge in itself, but more realistic, eh?
Yeah. I mean, it is a challenge, bro. It is a challenge, especially given the times that we're in with COVID and all that kind of thing has really changed things. But like I say, in talks with Ticket Space, a year, it can be done, and so a year is what we'll be aiming for, bro. Yeah, for the festival.
Oh nice, sweet. That's it for me. Thank you.
All good, brother. I think we'll take one more. Yeah. Hey, bro.
Oh, sorry, bro. No, I was just saying hey to Remo.
Hey, sorry. I didn't mean to be a speaker. I was looking for the hand and I couldn't find it.
Oh.
Lol. Hey, quick question just about the attributes and stuff like that. What is your guys, like, when we look at properties and we're looking at rarity, like your attributes and stuff like that, and it says like 5%, 1%, this percent. What's like, this is my first NFT, so what's good? What's a good, like, is under 5% good? Is under 3% good? Is under 10% good? Like, with your attributes? Can you give us like a little scale?
Yeah, you could talk to that kid. You're across the
Yeah, sweet, bro. Yeah, so good question, sis. So with the properties within your open sea, you want to be looking for, like, the ultra rares are the ones that are under the 1%. So you'll see some that are 0.4 or 0.2 or along those sort of lines there. So those ones there are your ultra rares. Obviously, the most rare ones are the one of ones, like your Onis and all that sort of jazz, the 3D Beavers. But then you're looking at also too, like the 1%ers are quite very rare as well. The thing that we want to think about in this scenario, this project here, is that most projects have 10,000 mint, right? So a lot of them, their rarities are all like the super rares are under that 1% mark, but that's because there's a lot more of them, right? However, in this project, because it's relatively, like a quarter of the size than most projects, you're looking at your 2%, 1% is at a rare as well. Yeah. I hope that answers your question.
Yep. No, that does. I was just really curious how to kind of judge that, but that makes a lot of sense. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. And also on the other side of that thing too is that you might have a attribute that's 0.26% or something like that. You're like, I wish I got that attribute. But then when you think about what that attribute looks like on your beaver, it might make your beaver look dumber. It might make it look worse than what it is. So I think the best way to look at it is looking at your beaver as a whole and thinking, man, it looks cool as a whole, because sometimes if you do add some of these rarer traits onto it, it could actually make your beaver look stinker, and you're like, no, it's not as cool, even though the properties itself are maybe a little bit rarer than the rest.
Yeah. No, that's all good. Thank you, brother.
Nah, all good, sis. Good question.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much us, fam, for the AMA tonight. I'm going to jump over into the community chill for a bit, and if anyone needs more clarification or just wants to hang out, chat about the project, pick my brain and kids as well, and anyone else in the team who's floating around, then by all means jump in. I'm happy to answer any questions. But thank you, fam, for jumping in to tonight's AMA. Thank you to everybody who's copped themselves a beaver, and congratulations again. It's going to be one hell of a ride. So thank you, fam. I'll be over in the community chill, and we'll catch up in there. Kia ora.